Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's video, we're going to be covering something that you guys have been telling me to look at left and right, and that is actually how a former Rockstar Games insider has dropped some info on Grand Theft Auto 6. We'll be talking about all of that, what it means, and a whole lot more. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. Today's info is coming from former Rockstar Games insider, video games and development enthusiast, and positivity advocate Yan2295. And if you guys follow the Rockstar Games community, you'll know Yan's history as one of the most reputable, I guess you could say, leakers, insider information guys, has told us all about current former Rockstar projects, upcoming DLCs, Sense does not do anymore. But on January 2nd, he put out a tweet that has pretty much gone viral. So the tweet was, yes, GTA 6 is being developed. No, it's not coming soon. No, I don't know when it's going to be announced or released. And then you can stop asking now. And when I took this screenshot, you can see it nearly has 500 replies, closing in on 850 retweets and 7.7 thousand likes. So I'd say that that tweet has pretty much blown up. I mean, obviously, when a reputable member of the GTA Rockstar community ends up talking about GTA 6, that's obviously going to start gaining a lot of traction. So just taking the tweet at its face value, Grand Theft Auto 6 is being developed. Now, don't shoot off fireworks just yet, because A, that's pretty obvious. I think it's very clear that if development had not started, then we would be like potentially a decade away from the game actually coming out. Now, I think it's unclear at what stage of development the game is actually in, and I don't think anyone will actually know that unless Rockstar themselves come out and says, like, this is how far along we are, but it's being developed. If I had to take a guess, I'd say that it's probably not in, like, the super early stages, but we're also not, like, a year away from getting the game. I know that doesn't give you, like, a great middle ground, but that's kind of where I feel like we are. And he even follows up by saying, no, it's not coming soon. Now, again, soon is relative. What you consider soon might be different from what someone else considers soon. Is soon within 2021? Is it within the next 5 years? Is it within the next 10 years? And with more follow-up to that saying, I don't know when it's going to be announced or released, you can stop asking now. And I think that last bit was probably his mentions being flooded with GTA 6 questions. When will it be released? When will it be announced? I mean, he's not the only one that probably has to go through this. If you just look at the replies on Rockstar's social media posts, whether that's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc., even if it has nothing to do with Grand Theft Auto, most of the replies will be about when the 6th installment of the series is going to be arriving. So it's not surprising that he is also getting those sort of remarks as well. Now, Yan also took to the Grand Theft Auto forum site to reply to a couple of individuals asking him about this once the news ended up coming out. Now, most of these replies are certainly just for fun, and they don't really have anything seriously about them, but let's go ahead and take a look at them. So someone ended up saying, maybe we can pay him $10,000 for some inside info. And he says, for $10,000, I'll gladly tell you where GTA 6 is set. All right, someone start a GoFundMe right now. Or maybe someone can go ask Dutch where the money from Blackwater is, and we can use some of that to pay Mr. Yan so that he will tell us where GTA 6 is set. Honestly, that's like one of the things I'm looking forward to the most, is figuring out where the location is going to be, because that obviously determines so much. So that would be cool. The next is, quick question, if you don't know when it's releasing, then how do you know it's not releasing soon? With him saying, because yes. So there you go. That's another response. Someone ended up saying, you better tell me where in Quebec it's convenient for you to transfer the fee, I guess referring to the $10,000. My courier is on the way now and will bring you $10,000, but on one condition. You will not tell anyone about GTA 6 except for me, and you will tell me the password of your Twitter account, with him saying, what do you even want with my Twitter account? And then he said, can you at least point us in the direction of the direction, with him saying north-south. So take of that what you will, but those are only 50% of the possible directions that you could go. And the last one is actually kind of interesting. So someone ended up saying maybe he's under an NDA, which refers to a non-disclosure agreement, with him saying, fun fact, I do have a few NDAs, some still being active, but none from Rockstar or Take-Two. So a non-disclosure agreement means you basically cannot talk or discuss or share any details on a certain project that you might be involved with. But Yan does not have any with Rockstar or Take-Two Interactive for that matter. So it's not like he has any secrets potentially that Rockstar has legally told him that he's not allowed to legally share. If you guys can see a couple of my air quotes right there. So that's certainly interesting information. And I also saw this post on the GTA 6 subreddit by a user Corey LVV, which is an interesting estimation of the GTA 6 timeline in terms of how it might end up coming out. So look at this right here. We know that the next thing for Rockstar as far as GTA goes is the expanded and enhanced version, which is going to be coming out in the second half of 2021. And I think it's very clear that we're not going to hear anything about GTA 6 until that happens. That would just defeat the purpose and destroy any of the hype that the expanded and enhanced edition is going to have. So this estimate has it coming out in October, which is not a bad estimate. It's right before the big holidays, which then leads this estimate to March 2022, where the first official Rockstar tease with the social media profile picture changes. That's kind of the thing we saw for Red Dead Redemption 2, where they just changed it to a red Rockstar logo. And then they're guessing that in the following month in April, we first see the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. And then about 2.5 years later, in November 2024, GTA 6 releases for PS5 and Xbox Series X, which is not a bad timeline for something like that. And I guess that's what Yan could potentially mean when it's not coming soon, because if that is accurate, which this is just an estimation, it's almost 5 years away, half a decade before the next Grand Theft Auto game is going to come out. Now, luckily, there would be a lot happening during that time. There would obviously be lots of trailers, screenshots, info, etc. But as far as getting our hands on the game, it would be a good minute or so before we actually got GTA 6. So just something interesting to think about right there. A lot of you guys wanted me to cover this story. To give you guys my final thoughts on this, I think it's interesting that Yan is again speaking out, because I think as far as GTA 6 goes, he famously had that kind of back and forth with media journalist Jason Schreier, who used to work for Kotaku and has even done pieces on Rockstar, even commenting on Grand Theft Auto 6. They basically went back and forth in a public Twitter war, where one side was saying one thing about how the game is close to being out. Jason said it's not even close to coming out. So I don't know what the point of putting this tweet out now was. If you'd like to ask Yan any questions, you're totally free to. I'll leave a link to his Twitter account in the description. There's no guarantee that he will ultimately reply. But my thoughts are, that's interesting, but also not surprising. I'm not surprised that it's being developed. That makes sense. And I'm also not surprised it's not coming soon, especially considering the success of GTA Online, the expanded and enhanced version coming out next year. So it's not shocking. And it's also not shocking that he doesn't know when it's going to be announced or released, because honestly, other than Rockstar, I don't think anyone does. But I would, of course, love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about what we discussed in this video today regarding Yan's tweet and his viral statement on GTA 6's development and how it's not coming soon. So let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Red Dead Redemption videos that I'll be doing here on my channel as well. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.